99 miles away from Monterey, on the hilltop of the tiny town of San Simeon, a very famous historical site, the Hearst Castle, is open for the curious tourists. In 1919, William Randolph Hearst inherited 40,000 acres and $11 million from his mother. Today, the amount of 11 million is equivalent to $172 million. A portion of his inheritance, Mr. Hearst wanted to invest in developing his family estate. He hired Julia Morgan, the first American female architect and the first woman to study architecture in Paris. Julia Morgan shared her client's admiration of European architecture and his desire to bring a piece of Europe to the central coast of California. Are you ready to be a guest of Mr. Hearst? Today, the castle complex includes several buildings. The main house, the Casa Grande, its size is 68,000 square feet. The guest house, the name of it is the House of Sun, or the Casa del Sol. Two cottages, Casa del Mar and Casa del Monte, the garden, and two swimming pools. This is one of them, the famous Neptune pool, the place where the most pictures and videos are taken by the visitors. This pool was rebuilt 3 times before Mr. Hearst was satisfied with the result. In one of the letters he wrote to Julia Morgan, "Please complete before I can think up any more changes." Neptune is the name of the Roman god of the sea, which was worshipped by the ancient Romans. Mr. Hearst received an excellent classical education, which inspired his vision to create this magical project. The second pool, the Roman pool, is located inside of the main house, the Casa Grande. I think it's an engineering masterpiece. The inspiration of the swimming pool's design came to Mr. Hearst during his visit to Italy. Do you see the gold leaf tiles? They're made out of Murano glass. Murano glass is the most expensive in the world. It's still produced in Murano, Italy, which is a tiny island nearby Venice. It took Julia Morgan 7 years to finish the construction of the Roman pool. In 1934, Mr. Hearst could finally invite his guests to enjoy this wonder. Mr. Hearst was proud of his castle and he liked to invite guests. On the guest list were famous politicians, writers, and Hollywood celebrities. Charlie Chaplin, Cary Grant, Greta Garbo, Mary Pickford, Clark Gable, Winston Churchill, and Bernard Shaw, just to name a few. Usually, guests were left on their own during the day. However, in the evening, all of them were obliged to show up for cocktails, followed by dinner. Rumor says that if a guest neglected this invitation, Mr. Hearst went to their bedroom, opened the door without knocking, and personally reminded the violator to attend the dinner. Generally, he preferred to use a phone to talk with the guests in their rooms. He would use the phone even when he wanted to ask the film operator in his private theater to change a movie reel. Most homes at this time did not have phones. The castle was equipped with 80 phones. During a stay at the castle, guests could make a special request for their most desired bedroom. How about this one? I like this bedroom the best because I am an animal lover, and if you look close at the window iron carving, you will see images of animals. It's cool, huh? My other favorite room is the Gothic library, the private library of Mr. Hearst. As I was raised in a family where books were common as bread and water, to see such a huge library with hundreds and hundreds of books made my heart rejoice. There are 19 sitting rooms, 42 bedrooms, and 61 bathrooms in the castle. The family's wealth allowed Mr. Hearst to visit Western Europe numerous times, and the castle's rooms are influenced by different European cultures. Here, if you look out the window, imagine you're visiting the Doge Palace in Venice, Italy. Can you see the resemblance to the actual Doge Palace? These chairs also came from Italy. Note the similarities from this image. I made this video in Accademia in Venice, Italy. It's amazing how many European styles you will see during 1 hour excursion. Spanish ceilings, French fireplaces, and Italian windows. During his trips around Europe, William Hearst grew into an enthusiastic art collector. This place has so many priceless art pieces, enough to open 10 museums with full expositions. Imagine that! Textile, paintings, statues, sculptures, manuscripts, books. As I mentioned earlier, William Hearst began his exciting adventure of creating an American castle in 1919. It took 28 years to finally accomplish his dream. The construction ended in 1947. In 1951, William Hearst died. Julia Morgan followed him in 1957. 1 year later, in 1958, the Hearst family gave the castle to the state of California, and in the same year, it was open to the public. I am frequently asked if it's possible to complete a day trip from Monterey to Hearst Castle. Yes, it is. Driving to the castle from Monterey is almost as enjoyable as visiting it. We left Monterey early in the morning. It took us a little bit less than 4 hours to get to San Simeon because we were tempted by amazing views of the California coastlines to make many stops on our way. And just a 10-minute drive away from the castle, we stopped to see hundreds of sea lions having the afternoon nap. We had a lot of fun during this trip. So that's it for today. I hope you liked my video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.